Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for January 2021. So I want to say a big welcome and thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in to any brand new viewers that might be out there. I hope that you enjoy this reading. I hope that it resonates for you. And I hope that you stick around. Please like, share, subscribe if in fact you do end up enjoying the reading. I also want to say a big thank you and welcome back to any returning viewers. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded readings, so if you've hung in there with me and you're back to watch more, I really appreciate you sticking in there with me. Happy New Year to everyone. I will give a brief introduction as usual, but if you want more information about my channel and my readings, please check out the description box below. So I want to remind everybody this is a general love reading, and of course that means it can apply to any kind of situation or circumstance that you might be dealing with, and it can apply to any kind of relationship that you're dealing with, intimate or otherwise, romantic or otherwise. Be flexible with the energy. You might be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards, regardless of the gender. So be mindful of that. Parts of the reading may resonate for you, other parts may not. So take what does, leave behind the rest. My intention is to reach those that need this message, that need to hear it. And I hope that you enjoy it. I hope you get something out of it. That's the most important part. So that you feel like it was worth your while and worth your time. Okay, Sagittarius, we're going to get started and see what's in the cards for you. You can see that the lighting's kind of poor. It is difficult to show the cards because I get a glare off of the bad lighting that I'm using, but I'll do my best. And I apologize in advance for any issues that might cause you, but you know, it's what I've got to deal with at this point in time. Okay, Sagittarius, here we go. We're going to start off with the Seven of Wands, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Death, Two of Cups, the Empress, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Fool, and then we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so I am reading for the Empresses out there. So Sagittarius, you know, she showed up, fifth card out of the deck. She's central in the reading so far. So it looks like I'm reading for the Empresses. Now, I want to remind you, male or female, you can embody this kind of energy. But if you don't resonate as this person and you do resonate with the reading, you might show up later as a different character, or you might be an external party that, you know, is aware of what's going on or what's going on with this person, that kind of thing. So just be flexible with the energy, okay? So Sagittarius, we have an Empress on the table. Like I said, this is somebody who is a very nurturing, wise individual, somebody who's very compassionate, very loyal, a maternal energy, obviously feminine energy, but this is somebody who could be a more mature person, a mother figure, grandmother. This is somebody who's kind of got it all together. This person's been around the block a few times. They've lived life. They've been through a lot. This person has probably worked through their share of shadow energy because she's showing up as an Empress. So she's made lemonade out of her lemons. That's what Empresses do. So that's who we're looking at right now. I feel like this person is dealing with a specific relationship, a Two of Cups type relationship. This could be a soulmate. This can be an intimate partner. It can be another kind of relationship, but it feels like it could be an intimate partner with the Two of Cups showing up right off the bat. there may have been an ending or some kind of change to this relationship. So death, of course, showed up. That could be endings, but it can also mean transformation. So this relationship might have, gone through a few different stages, for example. Transformation. Maybe there were some endings and some new beginnings, that type of thing. But it feels like this person's dealing with coming out of possibly one of those downhill stages of a relationship. And it feels like she might be coming out all shiny and new on the other end, this Empress. And I do think there's a new beginning on the horizon, but there's still some burdens to deal with, some things to pay attention to. This could be in the form of closing out, things that need to be closed out, putting a period at the end of those sentences, gaining the clarity that's needed, answer the questions that need to be answered. And this could apply to circumstances or situations within your life. It can also apply to not just a specific relationship, but other relationships within your life, that kind of thing. Because I feel like there could be a little hesitation with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. A little hesitation on the part of this Empress and the Ten of Wands. Maybe there's still a little bit of anxiety, or maybe a little bit of hesitation with moving forward. Okay, I have shuffled this second deck plenty. Wouldn't you say, Sagittarius? Keep cutting and shuffling. I got a lot out of this first set. It's reading like a story. It's coming. We'll see what happens with this next set. We'll see if I'm on the right track. But it's feeling positive overall. Let's see what we get. 5 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands again, this time in reverse. The World in reverse. The Moon. Seven of Wands again, clarifying the Empress. It's also the first card out. Ace of Wands. Six of Wands. And then we have a King of Wands in reverse. Okay, well, the second round is not disappointing, Sagittarius. There's some pretty clear messages coming through, so first of all, with the Ten of Wands coming out here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, to me, this confirms my feeling like there's just some hesitation, maybe a little fear, or just feeling a little bit cautious about moving forward without first making sure you have closed things out, come to peace with whatever things you were dealing with in the past. Like I said, the Empress is somebody who processes through shadow energy when it comes around, and we all have to deal with it, on a pretty consistent basis. When it comes around, instead of just pushing it away, ignoring it, or making it worse, which happens a lot of times, the Empress is somebody who puts the effort in, the energy in to what's the word? Oh my gosh. Transmute. Transform. I don't know. You can use either one of those. That energy, the shadow energy, in order to move forward in a positive direction. Whatever that means. So, we have death, the World in reverse. We've got the Moon all surrounding this Two of Cups. I do feel this is a very significant piece of the story, because I think this Empress is maybe needing to gain some clarity with regard to this relationship or connection with the moon out here. There still could be some unknowns, maybe some secrets, maybe some things that just haven't been talked about, expressed, or dealt with regard to this connection. It is an important connection, and one that hasn't quite, with the world in reverse, haven't quite wrapped things up with what needs to be done with this particular relationship before having this new beginning, the Fool. Before getting to experience a new chapter or try something different, try something new. So we have a King of Wands on the table. I believe this is the person that this Empress is dealing with. So if you did not resonate as the Empress, you might be represented as this King of Wands. I think this is the other person in this relation. We'll see if anybody else shows up in the reading, but this feels like it's going to be a two-person reading, two energies. The King of Wands at this point in time, he's presenting himself as the burden or the thing that needs to be overcome with regard to the situation right now. So again, not that this person is, literally a burden. Just happens to be the other person in this connection, and with him in reverse indicates to me this could be somebody who is not taking action or not doing what's needed to get done, or maybe has, this is somebody who's in a position of power or in a position of authority and could take action or make some decisions, but maybe he's not acting, not making decisions. Maybe he's not comfortable or not feeling confident. It could be a situation where other people are kind of making decisions for him within this relationship. So he could be influenced by other people, for example. But this Empress with this Ace of Wands, she's ready for a new beginning. She's ready for something new. She's ready for that new chapter. She's ready to take that leap of faith. But she's also ready to deal with what needs to be dealt with. And I think there's some things that need to be cleared up within this connection. Closed out, dealt with, and this King needs to participate. Or needs to be willing to. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Four of Swords in reverse. There's the Ten of Wands again for the third time. Twice in the upright, and then it's up here once in the reverse. I think these two parties right now are kind of dealing with this, whatever it is that needs to be dealt with right now, they're dealing with it internally. There may be a lack of communication. I think both parties have an understanding of what needs to happen to move things forward. Again, there could be resistance from both sides, but I feel it mostly from this King of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. High Priestess. King of Swords. And then we have the Fool again on top of the Ten of Wands. So the King of Swords, this could represent this King's higher self. It could represent somebody he's talking to. Could represent somebody who's giving him guidance. But the King of Swords is all about truth, knowledge, justice, walking the straight and narrow, knowing the difference between right and wrong, having clear understanding, clear communication, clear expectations, someone who would not lead you astray. So this King of Wands is either in touch with kind of his higher self, or and he knows there's something that he's kind of he might not be acting on, or he might not be kind of pulling his weight. He knows this to be true, or somebody might be counseling him or guiding him with this King of Swords. You know, if that's another person entering into the reading. To me, it feels more like, you know, for probably the majority of you watching this reading, if you're identifying or feeling resonating as this King of Wands, then you might be like, yeah, I know what needs to happen. I know what's up. I know how this, you know, I'm kind of up to speed. So this king is also not only not taking any action, he's also feeling a little detached or emotionally unavailable. This could be somebody who is not willing to commit, somebody who's apathetic, somebody who just doesn't care. This could be somebody who is emotionally manipulative. I mean, it could run a spectrum of different things, but I feel more than anything else, this person's not emotionally available right now, or emotionally disconnected from this Empress. And that could be the reason behind the inaction. It could be why this person is kind of avoiding doing what he needs to do to close things out, or transform the situation, or wrap things up, or whatever that looks like. There's no ending here. If this is a relationship that's had, you know, its ups and downs, and which relationship hasn't? If that's one of those, this is not a reading about an ending. This is a reading about a pause at the dip of the hill. We've come down this big hill. There's been probably some issues that have been dealt with. Now we're kind of pausing at the hill, at the dip, before we climb the next hill. And the next hill is the Fool. That's where you're, you know, that's the good stuff. Climbing the hill is the good stuff. Because being at the top is the best, right? Going downhill can be really fun, but it can be pretty scary too. You know what I mean, Sagittarius. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent about roller coasters, and we need to get this next deck out. See what's up. See what else is going on. There's the Queen of Cups. I didn't even talk about this Queen of Pentacles, but this is, I think this Queen of Cups is Queen of Pentacles. This is all the same energy. We'll get to more details about her in a minute. We have the Devil in reverse. Death again, in the same set of cards. Ace of Wands again. Sagittarius, you've got a lot of repeats in this reading. I love the repeats. They tell such an amazing story. It's so easy to read when you get all the repeats. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Tower in reverse. Temperance. And then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that this Empress individual, who's also represented by the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, all of them in the upright, has really invested a lot of energy and a lot of emotion. Maybe invested a lot of time. It could be that this person has worked really hard within this connection, within this relationship. I really feel like this person's given it all. but there's a sense of not being able to do it all with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse showing up. There's that piece that's missing, and it's the emotional detachment of this King of Wands, King of Cups. In other words, this Empress can put in as much time and energy into this connection as she wants, but if there's this kind of disconnect from the other party, you know, that's the stumbling block. That's where kind of sitting here in the dip of the roller coaster, waiting to climb the hill again. And I'm not trying to lay blame, because you know, this could be just a matter of timing. There could be something going on with this King of Wands, King of Cups. Whatever the case is, he's dealing with some kind of shadow energy. This could be somebody who, you know, this Empress has done the work on her end. Now this King needs to do the work on his end. And remember, I say his and her just because of the Queen King cards, but you, male or female, you could be either one of these individuals. Here's the other thing with this High Priestess showing up. I get the feeling like this isn't something that's talked about a lot. In other words, it might be a very delicate subject. It might get this King angry. I feel like there could be a lot of emotions involved when this kind of topic comes around. If this is, you know, this feels like this is something that's being worked on and dealt with. But it also feels like it could potentially be a very touchy subject. And it could also be because I think both of these parties realize this is the one little piece of the puzzle that still needs to be placed where it belongs. This is the one piece of the pie that's missing. This is the one stumbling block that we still need to overcome before closing out this chapter and starting a new one. Because we have some very positive cards here. And so again, I'm not trying to lay blame on this King, because, you know, everybody deals with their crap in their own way, on their own timeline. You know, you can't force anybody to deal with stuff they're not ready to. So considering that this person's dealing with an Empress, you know, that says a lot. That's in a different kind of circumstances. If you're dealing with somebody who's less mature, who hasn't been through what they've been through, doesn't have the emotional maturity level of an Empress. If you're dealing with that type of person instead, that kind of person may not have the patience that this Empress is having, and, you know, blow this all away and just say, I'm not dealing with this crap. But the Empress is patient. Now here's the other thing. This is not just an emotional connection. I feel like it probably is an intimate connection, romantic. It feels more than anything. It does feel like that type of connection to me. But again, if you're watching this and resonating, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It just feels that way to me. There's more to this connection than just that emotional piece. The emotional piece is really big, but you're also dealing with the Queen of Pentacles. And really it comes down to standing up for not just the relationship itself, but what this connection has to offer beyond the connection itself. In other words, this could be a business partnership. These could be people that work well together and create things together, or building something together. This could be, you know, it could be a mother and a father, you know, a family unit. They're building a family. They're building their legacy. But with the Ace of Pentacles coming out here in reverse, there's a sense that, you know, for whatever reason, there's this need to defend against losing that part of it too. In other words, this is worth fighting for, this connection, because it's more than just that emotional connection. I've been holding these cards like I didn't want to shuffle anymore, so we're gonna get these out. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Knight of Swords. The Hierophant in reverse. the Emperor in reverse, clarifying the Empress. Out here with this King of Cups. The Sun in reverse. There's the Fool for the third time, but he's in reverse this time. And then the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this King of Wands is feeling the pressure. This King of Wands knows exactly what's up here. Whether he's, like I said, this King of Swords, if he's got somebody kind of in his ear telling him what's up, hey, you really need to make a move, this is on you, the ball's in your court, or he mentally knows this is it's my turn to make a move, it's my turn to take action. I'm the one carrying the burden to the finish line. And I have a feeling that this is not just a two-way street. It's not like just these two people. There's other people. It feels like there's probably other people who are at least aware of what's going on within this dynamic. With the Six of Wands out here, could be family, could be friends, could be colleagues, co-workers, business partners. But there's other people who seem to be aware of maybe the status of the relationship or what's going on between these two people. It's almost like they have a cheering section down here, rooting for, things to reach a temperance level, which would be the level you need to reach when you're getting ready to start a new chapter, when you're getting ready to. But there's this fear, maybe feeling a little cautious, feeling a little afraid to address the issues that need to be addressed, because could it bring about the ending? And that's what this King of Wands, I think, has on his mind. Is he inviting an ending if he screws up? Is he inviting an ending if he doesn't act? If he does act, depending on how he approaches the situation. Again, I'm kind of trying to keep this broad in general, because I think that this reading could fit a lot of different scenarios. I think the Empress, knowing that this Emperor is kind of emotionally disengaged, she might be at least trying to detach herself to a certain extent, trying to keep her emotional distance from this king for the time being. As to more as to not overwhelm, or that that kind of thing, so that she's not skipping the tipping. I had a perfect analogy and I messed it up. She's not tipping the scales of that emotional piece, where this king's unable to provide that, and then she's just overwhelming him with too much of it. You know what I mean? So I feel like, it feels like she might be kind of, she's at least got that on her mind. And I think that's probably pretty challenging for this Empress to do, because I do feel like that emotional piece is important to this Empress, and I think that this person is probably used to giving that kind of support, especially to this individual. There is a sense, too, with the Empress for sure, and the Queen of Pentacles. There can be this tendency with that kind of maternal, caregiving type of energy where you go over the top. You become smothering instead of mothering, right? I think that there's the sense in the cards that this person is very well aware that and it could be that the Queen of Cups type of energy, where if she were to include that or get too over the top with that, that's where it becomes a smothering type situation. I think this person is lending their support in the manner that they can to this king without messing things up. And it could also be that this king, this emperor in reverse, there's this feeling that he doesn't have, I mean, he hasn't, again, it feels like he hasn't processed through things, or he hasn't thought through things, or he hasn't reached that point where he's ready. Again, everybody's on their own timeline, right? So the Empress has worked through things. She's kind of she's waiting at the finish line. She's not sitting there tapping her foot. You know, she's waiting patiently and encouraging and that kind of thing. So this king, I think, is dealing with some stuff, and I think that with time it's going to be fine, but I think this person needs to come to terms with all of this on their own, this King of Wands. I think he's being careful. And it doesn't necessarily, I'm not saying that everything is, you know, birds chirping and flowers blooming in the fields. I mean, I have a feeling there could be some fighting, there could be some volatility, there could be some silent treatments going on between these two. It does feel like there could potentially be some sensitive conversations or subjects when there's, you know, when these two are communicating. So, and then here comes the Queen of Earth again. So the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Earth just came out in the upright. And again, I am reading for this Empress, but this King's energy is also very strong. So the King is probably not watching the tarot reading. If he is, he's watching it because you told him to. Because he's dealing with some shadow energy. Might do him some good to listen to the tarot reading, but I am reading for this Empress. And basically, the reading says, be patient. The King's getting there, but it might take some time. He's dealing with some crap. And you're doing exactly what you need to do. Impeccably. Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy. Good job. So Sagittarius, I'm going to read this card for you out of the book, and then we're going to wrap this up. So the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, very similar to your traditional Rider-Waite meaning, but I do like to read these cards out of the book. It's in the upright, and so here we go. It's about a page long, and I'll try to display the cards so it's not glaring, so it doesn't have a glare coming at you, but here we go. The Queen of Earth symbolizes a real, authentic Earth Mother personality. She is larger than life and possesses an abundant, generous, and grounded nature. She is realistic, but also sees magic everywhere. She is an Earth Mother who spends a great deal of time covered in soil, and it is not unknown for her to walk around oblivious to the leaves and twigs in her hair. She adores creating a warm and inviting home where all are welcome. Cooking, cleaning, gardening, these are the things she loves, and she enjoys them all the more because of her tactile and sensual nature. She is a woman who loves nothing more than using her hands to touch, connect, and create. The Queen of Earth is the epitome of kindness. She will offer support and nurture your every endeavor while also offering wise and honest counsel. She comes to ask if this is how you see yourself, or have you been so focused on business undertakings and career that you have created an imbalance in your life and disconnected from your true nature? Is it time for you to enjoy the benefits of being a homebody for a while? Maybe a home-cooked meal or weekend out in the garden is on the agenda instead of meetings and reports. Queen of Earth may also appear in your readings at times when you find yourself in need of a gentle reminder to be both nurturing and supportive of those around you, while you encourage and support others in their desire to be better, to better themselves. Remember to do so without trying to change them. Oops, sorry, I'm not really showing you the card here. I think that's pretty significant, especially with this reading. In her role as wise woman, she may be asking that you seek out those who embody her energy. Perhaps there is a need for you to connect with a motherly role model at this time. Maybe all you need is a hug, but you may also be facing issues that her fertile mind and natural wisdom can help you with. A little motherly advice may unlock an answer and provide a solution. There you go. I mean, you know, that fluffed it up a little bit, gave a nice ending to this reading and a good description of the person that is being read for. This is your energy, Sagittarius. And again, if you are this king, this is the person you're dealing with. This is somebody who's supportive and is going to be there for you, but in a positive sense. And if you don't currently have this person in your life and you are dealing with this kind of stuff, seek this person out. You know, if it's a mother or a sister or, you know, if a father or a best friend, whatever the case may be, if the, you know, whoever's offering this kind of energy and you're dealing with this kind of stuff that this king's dealing with, seek this type of person out. Also, it did cross my mind that with the Ace of Wands coming out here and the Empress, you know, we have this, the Ten of Wands, you know, it's like a bundle of sticks. I mean, it's worth throwing out there that maybe for some of you this could indicate pregnancy, a new life, a bundle of joy coming in, and maybe it's causing a little bit of stress for your partner. In this day and age, of course it would be, right? Anyway, we're all surviving this somehow. I'm not sure how, Sagittarius, but we're all surviving what's happening in the world today. And if we can all come out shiny new like this person, well, good for us. If you're managing this, good for you. You're doing a great job, Sagittarius, and I admire this. So I'm going to let you go. I hope that this reading was enjoyable. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. Sagittarius, I hope that it doesn't take me too much longer to get back to you again for another reading. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.